Hey folks, this is Maria Abreu. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you enjoy the content of the video, remember to hit like and feel free to share. Hey folks, good to be with you again. We are here addressing questions and concerns and clarifying points for our subscribers. We're trying to do these recordings more frequently because we'll notice that we'll put out content and that content will generate questions. And as opposed to waiting a month to receive a response, we're trying to address them, more quickly, okay? So that if you are depending on this information to make decisions in the future, you can do so quicker. You don't have to wait around for us to respond, although you can contact us directly. If you find that you've, posted a question and you're still not clear on things, you could always have a consultation with us. Our contact information is in the description box, okay? So you can always contact us and have a private consultation, okay, guys? We're now addressing a very interesting question. It has to do with naturalization. I'm going to read it for you guys before I respond to it. Hang on a second, it's coming up. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Okay. Could you please inform us of what the requirements, solvency, etc., are for ordinary naturalization process? Like in the case of someone who has been a permanent resident for over 2 years and wishes to become a Dominican citizen, not through marriage with a Dominican person, but ordinary naturalization. This is an excellent question because you have people who have not gone through the fast track. These are people who went through their 5 years of temporary residency and then they did the change of status to permanent residency through the ordinary track, and 2 years after holding the status, the foreign national can apply for naturalization. But what are the requirements? Okay, so first of all, you mentioned the main point. As long as you have permanent residency for 2 consecutive years and your residency is up to date, you qualify to apply for naturalization. The documents that are going to be required, obviously, are a little bit similar to that of the residency application because you're going to need an apostilled birth certificate. If you're married, an apostilled marriage certificate. You will need an FBI clearance if you're American, or you will need a police clearance regardless of the nationality. You'll need a police clearance from your country of origin. And obviously a police clearance from the DR because you have status here. As far as solvency is concerned, this is interesting because the solvency that you have to provide once you are a permanent resident and aspiring to apply for to obtain naturalization, you would have to show that you have money in a bank account. Here again, with 100,000 pesos, 1,700 US dollars. Title to a property, and the title to a vehicle. These 3 things. Now, in the event that you don't have these items, they allow you the opportunity to obtain a guarantor that has these 3 items. So if you don't own a vehicle, you don't own property, but you have, money in a bank account, well, they allow you to provide a letter of guarantee from a Dominican citizen that owns a property, a vehicle, and has money in an account. So if you don't, you can find a guarantor who does, and that will serve as a substitution for your own ownership of these things, okay? That has to be a part of your file, all right? And there's a whole, list of other documents that, our office handles, or whatever attorney's handling your file will have to provide. Now, how it works is you first go in for, the fingerprinting process. Once your file goes in, then about approximately 4 months later, you're called in for an interview. And a lot of people have questions about the interview process because they want to know if you have to be fluent in Spanish or speak it. Even though it is in the rule book that you're supposed to understand Spanish, this part of the requirement they're lax about. In fact, clients that we have taken are assigned an interpreter, if they have trouble understanding. Now, there are 45 questions that make up the naturalization test, but I'm here to tell you they never ask even a quarter of that. They'll ask 3 or 4 questions and they're done. Who's the president? What are the colors of the flag? So on and so forth. We provide, obviously, the questions and answers, but it's not something that they sit there and actually go through, just so that you know. And after that interview, in approximately a month, and I'm saying approximately because we all know that in the Dominican Republic, time frames are not something that the state strictly adheres to, especially since they're dealing with COVID backlog. It's just the wait times are ridiculous. So, but approximately a month later, an appointment is made for the oath ceremony, okay? And a naturalization certificate is issued on that date, all right? But this is a very quick breakdown of the process and of some of the documents that you're going to need for that process. If you want more detailed information, please feel free to contact us, in the contact information in the description box, and we will be happy to provide, an email with everything in a more detailed way. Okay, it's just a lot to cover in one video, but this is the outline, more or less. Okay, I hope this answered your question, and I'll see you next time.